girl. That's awesome. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Things have been nuts here today. It has been very, very full day. I am ready for bed. It's just been one of those days. We had snow come, which is great. But we haven't had any. And this is going to sound kind of lame for people who live up here, but I'm going to say it anyway. And that is that when you go through like 3/4 of your winter with no snow, when you're used to snow, and you get used to driving in the cold winter with no snow, driving it's hard. It just takes some getting used to, obviously, but oh my, it's just been kind of crazy. So we had snow this morning coming off of this last weekend when we had some kidding happen. We have some baby goats now, and now we have sub-zero temperatures. I think tonight's supposed to get up to like -7 or 10 or something. And it's snowing again now, which is great. We need the moisture. We need the snow. But anyway, our Azure haul was today. Many of you guys already went and watched that video. That's great. But the truck was 45 minutes late, so it was like, do I go all the way back home or do I stay here? And so we ended up staying there. It was just so cold, and by the time the truck got there, it took an hour to unload all of it, and we were just all frozen. So anyway, I'm glad that our food is here. That's great. It's a good feeling. But it was definitely a crazy day. We didn't even eat lunch until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's just been one of those days. It's been nuts. So tonight we're going to be making Taco Bell quesadillas, which is perfect because it's fast and delicious and perfect for today. So I'm going to be making, the recipe makes about 8, but it really depends on the size of your tortillas, okay? So these are sourdough tortillas that Bree's been making. They're super thin. They're amazing. So this is what we're going to be using. It's about the size of my hand. I don't know if that's like a 10-incher, 8-incher. I'm not sure. But anyway, you could buy, if you don't want to make your own, that's fine. My advice would be to purchase the best you can. So if you can get organic, great. The next step up from organic would be organic sprouted. You can buy sprouted tortillas. They make them. Azure Standard sells them. In fact, Azure Standard sells sprouted corn tortillas as well that you can make into tortilla chips if you wanted to. But don't feel like you can't make this recipe if you don't want to make your own tortillas, because you can pay for healthy options. So I have a whole plate back here of tortillas. I'll show you guys. Ta-da! There it is. Right there. And so we're just going to make up the sauce in a bowl. So what I've done ahead of time was I canned up, I had a very, very full freezer drawer full of hot peppers from like the last 2 years. So serrano, jalapeno, all of that sort of thing. And all I did was I canned them, I pickled them. So I canned them in white vinegar and some apple cider vinegar. I think I put a few seasonings in here like onion and garlic powder. I'm trying to think what else I put in here. I think there's a little bit of sugar. There's not that much. Anyway, I canned them up for this specific recipe because number one, I needed pickled jalapenos for this recipe, and I needed to clean out my freezer. I was sick of looking at them. I was like, you know, if I'm going to keep all these here, then there's no point in me growing any this year. This was already opened because we had some nachos less than a week ago, and we had some friends over, and they like spice, and so I opened it, but then nobody took it. I don't know if they know what it was, but they sure are pretty. So this is what I'm going to be using for the pickled jalapeno portion in this recipe. If you don't can, you can totally buy pickled jalapenos from the store. They make them. So I'm just going to grab a spoon. The other thing to note is I make my own homemade mayonnaise. Once again, if you don't want to make your own homemade mayonnaise, you don't have to. One suggestion would be to find something that doesn't have soy in it, preferably. They have some stuff that has avocado oil, and that's definitely a step up. But this is my homemade stuff, so it's a little bit runny today. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it's runny because, and it's oily on the outside, because I'm down to only water glassed eggs at this point, and separating out a runny egg yolk out of a water glassed egg and then making mayonnaise is a definite challenge. So my sauce might end up a little bit runnier than yours if you try this recipe. But that's what's going on with the mayonnaise. Let's get to mixing. So we're going to go down here to the bowl. So in order to make 8 tortillas, you need 1 cup of mayonnaise. I'm kind of tempted, and I think I am going to go ahead and just double this because If we have some left over, then we can always throw together some tortillas for tomorrow. Quesadillas for tomorrow. So this is 2 cups of mayonnaise. So I'm just gonna go all in. I'm doubling the recipe. Can't go back now, right? That was pretty watery. I hope this turns out. Ooh, a little bit of mayonnaise on the finger. Next ingredient is sour cream. Once again, if you can't make your own sour cream, Nancy's sour cream is pretty awesome. Azure Standard sells it for a good price. In fact, it's their cheapest sour cream on their website. And I'm going to be adding 2 cups, which is double the recipe. This is a whole container here. So if you're only serving 8, you'll only want 1 cup of sour cream. Okay, there it is. All right, the next ingredient is those pickled jalapenos. So I'm actually going to get out 1/4 of a cup. Actually, I could probably just eyeball it. This is about a cup. So I need about, because I'm doubling it, so I need about 1/2 cup. So we have, if you're only serving 8, you need 6 tablespoons of pickled jalapenos and 6 tablespoons of the pickled jalapeno juice, which is what's in here.
Should I shred some more?
Just a little bit, yes, please. So I'm going to empty about half of this into my bowl with the pickled jalapeno juices. There we go. I'm planning on separating a little bit of chicken off for baby girl because I really don't want her to have to eat this. It's just a little on the spicy side for a baby. But she's actually like a toddler now. I should stop calling her a baby, but it's out of habit. So we're just going to give it a good stir. Incorporate those things. We're going to add some spices. There, it turned out nice and thick. Nice and thick sauce. This comes together super fast, so even if you're a working mom, you can totally pull this off. We need a 1 teaspoon, which is right here on the counter. So we're going to add, if you're only serving 8 people, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. But I'm doubling it, so I'm going to do 4. 3, 4, there we are. Woo! Garlic powder, strong stuff. I'm gonna accidentally suck some down my throat. Okay, the next ingredient is cumin. So ground cumin. And we've got, if you're only making this for 8 people, it's only 4 teaspoons. So we're going to be looking at 8 for my big bowl here. 7. So we probably have 2 inches of snow out there. There's a rumor that we might get more snow later this week, possibly tomorrow. So we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I really hope for some more. Next ingredient is smoked paprika. If you're only serving 8, you need 4 teaspoons. So once again, I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm going to do 8 teaspoons. If you guys didn't watch the Azure Standard haul video, you really should, because on the very end, I share with you guys where I'm buying. I don't know how many that was. 7, 8. Was anyone counting? Was that 7 or 8? It's one of the two. I'm just going to stop now, and then if anyone comments and lets me know how many teaspoons that was, I lost track. Anyway, at the end of the Azure video, I show you guys the mixture stuff that I'm now buying from Azure Standard to fertilize my garden and keep it bug-free. So anyway, that's at the very, very end of the Azure Standard haul video. It is smoked paprika, so I might just add one more just as a precaution, but I don't know how many I was at. My gut tells me 7, but I don't know. I got to talking about that recipe and lost track. All right, there's that. Now, I'm going to add salt to this. I need to go grab it, though, so just 1 second here. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt to this. We also usually salt the top of our tortillas when they come out of the pan because they get fried in lard. And they're just so much better with a little sprinkle of salt on the outside. So I'm just going to put 2 teaspoons in. If you're not going to salt your tortilla, you could probably get away with a whole tablespoon of healthy salt. So you want colored salt, pink Himalayan salt, Celtic sea salt, a healthy salt that has all those minerals in it for your body. Okay, so this is our sauce. That's our Taco Bell sauce for the quesadillas. Super easy. And now we're going to chop up some chicken. And I'm going to put it in a bowl here. What's that? Ooh, a frozen egg. Okay, so hang on 1 second. Okay, so let me get a... Is that one frozen too?
No, that one's not.
Oh, it's not frozen. Nice. I need to get a container for this frozen egg so it can start to thaw without going everywhere. So just give me 1 second here. And it looks like it's a clean egg. So anyway, I'm just going to place it in here and let it thaw out, and then I'll use it tomorrow morning for breakfast. Okay, so on with chicken. So once again, I cooked up a whole bunch of my whole chickens so that we have chicken ready to go. It's already cooked. If you don't have this, you sure could, you know, inside a pan, fry up some chicken breasts or however you'd like to do it. You need cooked chicken. And we need about 4 cups. Which I'm going to stay at 4 cups, and I'll probably, well, maybe I'll push it to 6. What do you need, honey? A cup. Okay. I'm sorry. I just got cooked chicken on that, but, you know, you'll have to just wash it off. I think I'm going to try to hit around 6 cups of chicken because we're going to be making it double. And I always find that, like, I have a whole bunch of meat, and it never ends up in the tortillas anyway. So I'm going to try for around... eyeballing it around 6 cups of chicken here. And you could add, if you're an onion person, you could add raw white onions to your mix, to the sauce, or into the actual quesadilla. You can kind of dress these up or down as you want. I don't think they need any more spice than what they already have. That's my personal opinion as far as adding salsa or something, but I suppose if you really like spice, you sure could. So that's 3 cups, 4 cups. About a handful is around a cup I've found. Big full handfuls there. What? Okay. Okay. All right, so we are about there with this then. Thank you. Bree has just finished grating the organic cheddar cheese that we buy from Azure Standard. So we need about 4 to 6 cups, depending on if you're doubling or not. 4 cups if you're not doubling. These quesadillas have a ton of cheese in them. And so they're super, super cheesy. It's been years since I've ate at Taco Bell, but their food has a lot of cheese in it. They don't really skimp on the cheese. So we're not going to either. Let me get rid of that piece of whatever that was. I think it was a chunk of like a mug or something that was on this plate. Okay, so we're going to just take the tortillas there. I'm going to go ahead and start warming up this skillet the tortillas are in front of. I'll slide you guys down a little bit. And you guys have seen this 1,000,001 times. But we'll do it again because I got to make dinner. And if you guys want to talk about anything, leave it down in the comments. These have cooled quite a bit, so I'm actually going to put them in the pan. And go for one that's... If you go to bend them and they feel like they're going to break when it comes to homemade tortillas, you want to make sure you warm them up. Homemade tortillas don't have a lot of the things they put in store-bought ones to make them flexible. And so some of these are like warmer. Like this one, it would be just fine to do. But the top ones have cooled down quite a bit. So I'm going to warm them up in the skillet before I pack them. So
you want to use this one too?
Oh, sure. I could do 2 at a time. Let's see if I can do it without lighting them on fire. Okay, so that's the wrong burner. There you go. So I'm also, on Bree's suggestion, I'm going to go ahead and heat up this extra large skillet so I can have like 3 maybe going at once. We'll see about that. Usually I burn them when there's that much happening all into the kitchen, but we're just going to see what happens here. It could be a really exciting class. Okay, so back to the tortilla. We're just going to put some chicken in there. And your sauce and some cheese. My sauce actually ended up nice and thick. So I can't say that I don't... My mayonnaise didn't work. I mean, I think it worked really, really well. Okay, sauce. It's probably quite heavy on the sauce, but that's okay. We'll see if it leaks all over the pan or not. And then sprinkle it with cheese. Spread out the meat a little bit more. There we go.
Are you doing sour cream or not?
The sour cream is already into the sauce.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all in one. Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're just going to warm those up. I'm going to keep on going down the stack with the nice warm tortillas here. I'm just happy to have our winter back because people down south stole the winter. You know, it's been gone. Of course, if they were to say anything, they'd probably say that we pushed it down to them. But no. We need the moisture up here. Okay, so once again, just half with the chicken and the other half with some sauce. Super, super easy. You're going to help me so I don't burn them?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Okay. Yeah, you might want to flip that one. See, I already forgot about the second pan. Is that one nice and warm? Are we ready for some action there?
Not yet.
Nope. They're warming up. It takes cast iron a little while to heat up. And I always recommend that you don't heat them up over any higher of a temperature than medium. And the reason why is because you'll lose all of your seasoning on your pan and the foods will begin to stick. Cast iron gets really, really hot even at a medium heat. And especially even on like glass, it doesn't really matter, electric or gas. It's the same thing. It's the same material. Okay, so we got 2 of them made. We're gonna go to the next one. Where are you guys going? I'm so glad you commented, Sharon. That's so sweet. How's the weather, Sharon, over there in Idaho? Do you guys have snow? And I don't think Julie's on because she hasn't commented. But I'm curious about your area too, Julie. If you watch the replay, let me know. Okay. Here we are. I'm getting them stacked up. You about ready over there? Ooh, the dogs are fighting. Hey, be nice, Poochie Pooch. Good? Soft enough to bend? Yep, that's good. So just warming them up. See, no cracking. So keep that in your little back pocket. My eventual goal for our family is to have both sourdough tortillas into the freezer and sourdough English muffins because it makes your life a lot easier. You can use a sourdough English muffin for a quick breakfast or even as like a hamburger bun in a pinch, you know. So I want to fill our freezer with some of these because I know it'll make my life easier. And you know, every night there's always that question, even at my house, what's for dinner? And so if we can slow that question down a little bit and be able to know what's for dinner, that's always awesome on those crazy days. So these pans have just a little bit of lard in them, and we will be refilling it once the bottom gets dry. You might have to grab another, check the fridge, but you might have to grab another jar from the pantry. There we go. I think I'm going to have too much of the sauce, but you know what? That's okay. Like I said, we can use it tomorrow on lunches. What, Navan? Yeah, we got two. I said we had little baby kids on the ground. And they're already sold, so I'm happy about that. They're both going to go to the same home. And they both are so cute. They have their mama's Nubian ears, which is so sweet. So, and they're going to go together, which I'd rather have twins go together just because, you know, they've been together their whole lives. So, I don't know. I'm sure they'd be fine separate too, but I think it helps as far as emotion-wise for the poor animals that get separated. At least they have each other.
I don't think we have any more lard, so.
What?
Maybe I have to look in the way back. But.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's an emergency right there. Because now we're down to tallow, y'all. I'm going to have to eat tallow tonight. It'll be all right. Tallow's great. A lot of people love tallow. I just don't prefer the flavor. But you know what? Tonight I'm going to love the tallow. Oh, careful. And I'm going to convince myself before we eat that I'm going to love the tallow. It's going to be amazing. You know what? Put some extra in there when you get mine in that pan, okay? Mm-hmm. This tallow, I don't even remember where I got. I don't know when I rendered that. It's been a while. It was before I decided that I didn't like tallow. So it needs to be used, for sure. Anyway, so for our meal tonight, we're just going to have 2 of these per person. Maybe just 1 for the smaller kids because they're pretty big tortillas. But if you have a family that's starving and you just want to make 1, you know, 1 tortilla, you could make 1 tortilla and make up some refried beans. That recipe is inside my cookbook. And it's super easy. It uses an Instant Pot. Or you could use a slow cooker to make the refried beans. And you could have that as a side. Or chips and salsa if you wanted to. I like Mexican because it's fast. And I like the flavor. I used to only eat a lot of Italian food, but that's just a lot of pasta. And pasta, when properly prepared the right way, is quite expensive if you're not going to make it yourself. And I can't even imagine making pasta for my big family to eat pasta meals every day. There's just no way. I would run out of time. You got them? So we are just roasting them in the pans, frying them. What do you want everyone want to say? Frying them in some lard until they turn golden brown. And then we're just flipping them. I guess it's not lard anymore. Now it's tallow. If you don't have lard or tallow, you can use duck fat, goose fat, coconut oil, butter. Butter's really good, actually, to do that. We want a semi-solid because the semi-solids are the healthy fats for cooking. Anything that's a liquid at room temperature, you don't want to cook with that. Because what ends up happening is the molecules end up knocking together and it gets messed up and it's not good for your body on the other end. So we need something that's stable and healthy for cooking, and lard and all those other fats that are semi-solids at room temperature are the ticket to that. They're heating up. It's just going to take a minute. They're kind of leaking though. I think I might put a little bit less. I think I'm going to have a lot of the sauce left over. So if you're watching the replay or you're writing this down, I'd probably put the ingredients in half on that sauce. It seems to be going, whoa, it seems to be going super far. I just like them when they're crunchy, you know, little shells. You got it? Oh. All right. I'm excited for the garden. I am going to be starting some seedlings this week. It's just onions out in the greenhouse. That one's probably not quite done yet, is it? I think that one is. That one's done. That could probably go to your brother.
This one?
Yeah. Let's see if it burns his lips off. Don't tell him it's spicy. Hey, William, your dinner's done.
You're spicy.
No, it's not.
I already know it today.
You heard me?
Yeah.
I didn't see you walking there, so I guess you heard it. That's no good. I also bought a baby monitor so that the next goat that's supposed to go into labor, which is that next week already?
Maybe. If that's the case, I gotta get to going on the.
Let me go look at the calendar. Or I think it's nope, it's 2 weeks.
Oh.
2 weeks from today, we have a goat due. So there may not be a live cooking class on that day if I'm out in the barn with a goat birth. We'll just have to keep posted on that one. All right, so Bree is serving up everybody. And there we go. And like I said, if you don't have cooked chicken, you sure could just saute up some chicken in a pan. I would encourage you, though, when I have crunched the numbers in the past. What is that? Oh, Nana? Okay. When I have crunched the numbers in the past, if you buy a whole chicken... What, buddy?
Can I have some? Yeah?
No. Can you have some water?
Can you get a cup?
Sure. Why don't you go over there? I'll get it for you. There you go. When I've crunched the numbers in the past for purchasing chicken, okay? Because I had to purchase chicken last fall. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but I had to buy it from Azure Standard, and it pained me because usually we grow all of our own chicken, but we had run out. And so I had to purchase some. And so when I ran my numbers, it is the same price per pound to buy a whole chicken and get the meat off of it versus buying boneless, skinless chicken breasts. But you get to make broth from the whole chicken. So it's actually more affordable for your family to buy a whole chicken and make broth than it is just to buy boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Another thing to note as well with boneless, skinless chicken breasts is the skin has a ton of nutrients in it, especially if they're organic, preferably pasture raised. They have even more nutrients in them. And one of those nutrients is vitamin A. And when you remove the skin on chicken, you're removing the vitamin A. And your body needs that vitamin when it's utilizing protein. So if you can, buy a whole chicken. And I made a video just recently on how to make your own broth. And I would strongly suggest doing that with the whole chickens. And then deboning all the chickens and the skin. And I usually just dice up the skin really, really small and just leave it in with the chicken. And that way the kids are still getting little microscopic chunks of skin in their food, which has awesome vitamin A in it. So that's my little tip as far as budgeting goes, because it is actually cheaper when you calculate out all of the broth that you get off of a whole chicken. How's that? I think something's burning. Are you burning something?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I think it might be that one. Be careful. That one's awfully full. I think I might maybe overfilled that one just a little bit. Ooh. Got it? You got it. She's got it. It's all under control. Alright, I don't know how many we've made so far. Do you know how many we've made? Like, do we need to keep going? I'm just going to guess that we need to keep going because I have a lot of kids. If you're new here, I have 6 children. And I love them all, but they love to eat lots of good food. Let me get the cutting board.
That one was burning.
Oh, that was the one. Haha. Okay, so this is officially a video record. I'm not the only person that burns these in the pan. There it is. It'll be delicious. And you know what? If none of the kids want it, I'll eat it. I love burned ones. I'm also the same person that had like a bonfire. I'm like lighting my marshmallows on fire. You know, crispy, like completely black all the way around. And you just hold it there till like nights and then let it burn all the way around and then blow it out and then stick it on my s'more. That's me too. So I actually don't mind burned things. Don't worry about it, Brie. I am chopping up some more chicken. So let's see how many this made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many's out there? 7, 8?
9, 10.
7, 8.
There's 4 out here, but William might have 8.
There's 4 out there?
No, William ate 1, Grayson's eating 2, and then there's 1.
Okay, so there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that 6 cups of chicken made 10 in my world over here. Smells like those are done, honey. It also smells like the burner needs to be turned down just a tad. So if you start noticing, I have you guys kind of angled down, but a whole bunch of smoke coming off of your cast iron, like you see right there, it's too hot. That's what that means, it's too hot. So I turned it down a little bit. We'll add a little, stand back, we're gonna add a little bit of tallow. All right, I'm gonna keep on cutting some more chicken here. So then Grayson has enough, she has 2. We'll see if William, Grayson, how are they? Give us a report. This is my first time making this recipe live. Is it good? Oh, she's just tasting it. Hang on, the review, full review is coming.
A little bit spicy.
A little on the spicy side?
But good.
But really good? Okay. So there you go. If you don't like spice, you might want to lower the amount of pickled jalapenos that went into the wraps. Oof, man, that's really, really hot. It's like overfiring. Or is it that one?
But,
One of these is overfiring.
but also it needs sour cream.
Oh, it already has sour cream in it.
Oh.
Okay, so I got some more chicken.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, she might have to go play so she's not yelling. All right. Rita's ditching me to go do something else. We have now turned the fan up. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me because the pan's got too hot. I wasn't paying attention to the cooking per se. I was letting my oldest do that. There we go. We'll get two quesadillas in there and it'll start to make it so it's not so much steaming out the top, smoking out the top. There we go. Now, just in case you're wondering, this recipe is in the instant download that's down in the description box in case you want the full printout directions and everything. It's down there. And it's part of an instant download meal plan. So what it is all the recipes you need plus a shopping list for an entire month's worth of groceries to make all of your lunches and all of your dinners for an entire month. It's only $7. Everything gets instant downloaded to your email, and then you can print it out and go grocery shopping to buy whatever you need. And if you can't afford a whole month's worth of groceries all at once, then you could just divide the ingredients in half and buy 2 weeks worth. But this is one of the recipes that's not in my cookbook that is in the instant download that is in the description box. So check it out. $7. Your whole shopping list is already done for you. All right. Oh, hey. So Sharon says, really cold and snow, I bet you. You guys are probably up north further than we are. Sharon says, I love quesadillas. It's one of the first things I taught my kids to make since they're super simple. They are so simple. And they're delicious. And they're fast, which is awesome when you have a crazy, 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 crazy day. I think this one probably needs to be flipped. Can you do it? It's quite big. Here, just get it up and I'll look. Oh yeah, no, we must flip that now. That's got to be flipped. You got it? You want me to do it with my fingers? Oh, there you go. It's perfect. It's golden brown. Look at that. That's not bad. That's not black yet. Okay, so how many more do we need to make for tonight? So, Bethany needs another one?
Yeah.
Okay, there's 2 there.
There's 2 and 2. This is either yours, Dad's, or
Okay, so she needs another one.
William and Bethany need another one.
And William needs another one. And then
So
we
we need
have,
to make 2 more.
those are the last 2.
Please don't give me a bird one.
Don't give you a what? A burned one? Okay, there's a request from the audience to not have a burned one for dinner. Let's see how we can manage that. We're going to get the flipper over here if she doesn't want a burned one. Got it? There you go. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. It's nice and golden brown. It's so yummy. We had a dear friend over for dinner a few weeks back, and I served quesadillas and we grilled them. And it was just such a fun dinner. This can probably be hers. They're probably done. Okay, so these are the person that said they don't want anything that's burned. Did you already give my burned ones to somebody?
No.
So there's what dinner looks like. Check that out. Okay, so why don't you look at the plates, take an inventory, and let me know if we need any more for that cooking. What do you think?
That's all we need.
That's all we need. Okay, so I'm just going to finish grilling these into here. What do you need, doggy dog?
I think.
I tell you what, I canned up my chicken in a water bath canner this last fall.
Oh, we need 2 more.
We do need 2 more? Okay, well then I will start making them. And that chicken is so amazing. When I did it in a pressure canner before, it would like get yucky looking, fat, weird stuff. It would kind of like gel up sitting on the shelf. But the water bath chicken is like liquid. There's actually like broth in there still. It's amazing. There are quite a few of my videos up here if you are a canner. And a lot of them go by the government's recommendations. I no longer follow those. I know I'm going to offend some people by saying that, but I don't. I got kind of sucked into Amish canning, and I've been preserving all of our food that way for several years now. And several of the food items, when I saw the difference, when they were canned between the two, even just color of the food itself. It just made me not want to pressure can anymore because I just feel like you're pressure canning the nutrients right out of your food. So anyway, I did chicken water bath for the first time last year. Uh-oh, gotta pick that one up off the floor. And put it over there. Just put it on the plate over there. Anyway, and I just want to go back. I love the way the water bath foods taste and look. And it just tastes like store-bought. Like the corn tastes like store-bought corn instead of corn that's been microwaved to death. So, hey. That might be too spicy for your dog, honey. She'll be up all night with a stomach ache. Okay, I guess I didn't need a second hand, did I? I don't mind the dogs eating as long as they don't fight. Okay, let's not leave this one down. Where's the other one that you dropped? Okay. There it is. Watch that plate so it doesn't slide all the way off. So we're just going to keep on frying these here just for another minute or so. And then these extra tortillas are going to go tomorrow for lunch. Yeah, because there's bean soup for Dad for lunch tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay, so he's good to go. So, just a little note in case you've never stored homemade tortillas before. These are going to cool all the way. And I'm going to stick them in a plastic bag. And usually I store mine in the refrigerator. And then when I pull them out, I make sure I warm them again inside the oven so they don't crack. Because otherwise you're going to have cracking all through here. And it will split right down the center. I'm surprised they're licking that. It's spicy. Spicy stuff. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit more lard so these can get a little bit more crispier. Or not lard, this is tallow. I keep saying lard. This is tallow. I'm so used to lard all the time. We're going to be getting another pig. We've ordered one from the farmer. And so that'll be coming. If you have interest in me making videos about how we cure and smoke our own pigs that we're buying from a farmer, let me know down in the comments, and I will make that every year. I offer it, and I've never had anyone take me up on it, so that's fine. But if there is someone who wants to learn those skills of how to old-time cure things and smoke them, put a comment down below, and I will make the videos. I want to make videos that people want to watch. Okay, this one is done. There we go. Flip this one over. That one's like picture perfect. It is golden brown up there. So pretty. Okay. You know what I have been forgetting to do is sprinkle it with salt. This is what I normally do. This is the cook side and it has oil on it. I just take healthy salt and just sprinkle it on it. It's just so good. Alright, definitely interested in learning how to cure and smoke pork. Cool, Sharon. Well, I will make that video just for you and whoever else ends up commenting down below. It's a valuable lesson because when you get pork from farmers, okay, even healthy farmers, this one's from a strictly pastured pork operation, no soy, like very, very good pork. But they're sending it to a butcher house that does everything the same for everyone. And so a lot of those mixes that they use to cure things are really, really bad for you because they're curing everyone's hams the same. And when they go to do that, they're using the same product, even on grass-fed animals. So it's something that I had to do a lot of research and learn and buy lots of old books on how to cure things because the information's not really out there anymore. You have to buy a special, mix from somewhere that has those chemicals in it, and you don't have to. There. Whoops, I put that last piece of chicken. All right, that's it. So I'm going to turn that off. Woohoo! Dinner's done, you guys. Thanks for going around on the class with us when we made our dinner. I'm going to give you guys one more look at dinner. It's totally good. Here we are. Nice and delicious. All right, you guys have any questions before I go? And if not, I'm going to jump off and then I will try to get a video out this week. I've had a very, very, very hard time with some software issues. I have switched videoing, editing software like 3 times in the last 10 days. Just feeling really frustrated with it. And so anyway, I think I have a solution now. We're going to see. And if I do, then I can do things like walking around the farm and showing you the chicken coop and then going all the way to the greenhouse and showing you that and then showing you the baby kids and like having different segments through my videos instead of all one topic. The reason why they've been all one topic so far is because the videoing software that I used to use to edit everything, they're not allowing you to smush sections of video together anymore. And I'm having a really, really hard time finding software I actually like that does the same thing. So anyway, I think I found something now, which is good. And I think we'll be able to finally do the farm tour now there's snow on the ground. But it would still be really, really fun to see where everything's at and the seating table and the baby goats. So we'll see if I can get around to it this week. If my week stops being so crazy on a Tuesday, then I will get to it and it will be fun and you guys will be able to see everything. And then I'll let you guys know when I get the pork and I will make a video on all of that because it's a lot easier than what you would think. And I had Nevaeh help me last year, and she loved cutting the little slices of bacon. We would cut them all by hand. Actually, it's been 2 years now. I think it's been 2 years already. So anyway, we're cleaning up the pork in our freezer. We have a few items left. And obviously I had enough pork lard to last me almost 3 years. There was a lot because people don't want healthy fat, okay? Because of what we've been told in our whole society. And it's very, very sad because then they send these awesome pork into the butcher and they don't want any of the fat. And so what ends up happening is the farmer then says, I want it because the farmer knows the fat is so valuable and so good for you. But yet he gets overloaded with all of this fat and he doesn't want it all. And so I ended up buying it from him. And so I had a ton of lard. And now I'm going to go find out if I have any more. I'm going to have to start liking tallow. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to be forced to like some tallow for a little while. I have made French fries in it. And those were really, really good because, you know, wasn't it tallow that McDonald's made their French fries in for a long time? Or was that lard? I can't remember. But anyway, I've done French fries in it and I liked them. So maybe it's just the application. I know in eggs, I do not like them, but I think it's because the eggs are too mild flavored compared to the tallow. So anyway, that is that. And I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for jumping on with me. Thanks for watching and commenting. And if there's anyone else who's interested in the learning how to smoke and cure your own pork, old-fashioned style, let me know down in the comments. And I will see you guys next week, if not on another video this week, hopefully with a farm tour, okay? Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, sharing. It's always so nice to know you're here. And I will catch you guys on the next video. You guys take care. You got it.